My name is Avery, and today we're going to be talking about disagreements and rough things that your friendship might go through. So what's your first instinct and the first thing you do when you and your friend are fighting? Sometimes you just want to run away, avoid that person, or even yell and get mad at them. Just as we talked about in communication, that's not the best way to solve something. It's best to sit down with your friend and honestly and calmly explain your feelings. And listen to them as they do the same thing. Now, what do you see when you see this picture? There are lots of things you could see. A candlestick, a decorative ornament, a chess piece, even two faces facing one another. This is called an optical illusion. It's a picture that people see different things in, depending on which point of view you have. And that's kind of like the disagreements you'll have in a friendship. You have your point of view, but your friend might see something else, something different. And if you don't listen and understand where they're coming from, you're missing a piece of the puzzle and you won't be able to see the full picture. Now, when you talk things out with a friend, it can be really easy to get upset and to get really angry. But even if you are angry, if your friend honestly apologizes and they really mean it, give them another chance. Holding a grudge against someone can really hurt you in the long run, and you might lose an awesome friend. Now, let's try a little experiment. I'm gonna squeeze out all the toothpaste in this tube, and then let's see if we can try and put it back. All empty. Now, I don't think it's possible to squeeze any of that toothpaste back into here, now that there's no space left and it's just a wrinkled tube. This is kind of like the words that you say when you're angry. Once you say it, you can't take it back, and your friend will never forget how it made them feel. This is why it's important when you're angry to take a step back and to calm down, to avoid saying something you might regret later. And this is also similar to the stuff that you post online, especially when you're angry or mad at someone. Because once it's out there, you can't take it back. Even if you delete it, people have already seen it, and they won't forget it. Are your friends ever mean to you? Sometimes it's not a simple disagreement. Sometimes your friends can be acting in ways that really hurt your feelings. If you try to talk to them and they refuse to listen, or claim that they're just joking, they might not be your real friend. A real friend doesn't hurt your feelings, and especially doesn't refuse to listen to you. A real friend doesn't make you feel bad or refuse to apologize and change what they're doing. Again, you don't have to be friends with everyone, especially if they're being mean to you, but you always need to try and be friendly. Now, I want you to think about some things that you and your friends fight about. One common thing that happens to a lot of us is being forced to choose between two friend groups. Say Joe really likes to hang out with Bob, but Joe's best friend doesn't like Bob. And Joe's best friend tells Joe that he either chooses to hang out with him or with Bob, but he can't hang out with both. What should Joe do? Should Joe ditch his best friend, or should Joe ditch Bob? This is a really tough situation to be in. You could always try and get the two friends to play and get along, but sadly, sometimes that doesn't work out. Tell your best friend that you're friends with both people and that it's unfair to make you choose. It's like telling someone that just because they like strawberry ice cream means that they can't eat chocolate, ever. What kind of ridiculous notion is that? And if your best friend continues to try and make you choose and force you between two people, then they might not be your real friend. On the flip side, if your friend wants to be friends with someone that you really don't like, don't make them choose between you or them. It's unfair to put your friend in that situation. Now, on the topic of being forced to choose between friends, how many of you have been stuck between two friends fighting? In this case, the best thing to do is to just stay neutral. Continue to be friends with both of them, and if possible, help them to work out their disagreement. Now, another common thing that I've seen a lot is the phrase, "I'll be your best friend if..." Sometimes people will say that to try and force you to do something, like doing their homework or giving them lunch money. You should never feel pressure to be anyone's friend. And if they say that, they probably wouldn't be a very good friend anyway. Remember, if you are ever having serious friendship issues or just need someone to talk to, a trusted adult can help give you advice and help you figure out what is the best thing to do in that situation.